Hey there folks, well, I was having a bit of a poke around on the bike the other day and I pulled the seat off to see if the snorkel on the airbox was still there, because it's been popping and crackling a bit and I figured that it never got properly rejetted and altered once they put these pipes on. Tell you what, this king chrome socket set I got from the advent calendar is an absolute ripper. And when I pulled the seat off, which is a very simple one bolt operation, I discovered that there's a massive crack through the lid of the airbox, which means it is actually getting too much air and it's not being filtered. So I figured that I'll best do something about this. What's bothering me is that every other thing I've seen shows a cap over here, which means someone knew about this. And yeah, I'm not really sure there. But anyway, we'll pop all this out and we'll see what we can do about it. Now, I have actually had a look online and I can only find second-hand boxes. I can get one out of Germany for about $200. There are, crap, where did that go? Airbox eliminator kits I see for around the 300 to 700 depending on which brand you buy. Which actually come with the jets for redoing the carbies, so that will be a pretty good option if I can't actually figure out anything to do with this. Well, that looks like, oh god, it looks like someone's oiled it. It smells like someone's oiled it. It might just be running rich because there's been no back pressure, but yeah, I might order one of them. It looks like it's had an absolute thrash, and look at the state of it. Goodness me. Okay, well that's good. Oh my god, there's a big piece falling out of it. Ah, oh, just no wonder this is running like crap. Bloody hell. This whole airbox is stuffed. Damn. Alright, well I guess all I can do is get it out and have a look. Just come back a bit and I'll show you the beauty of a lift like this. Take the ramp off. So that makes it a lot easier to work on. Now, see what's connected to this air box. Right, hang on there. The box is the frame. The frame. That you connect the airbox. So as you can see, that makes it a lot easier to get to. Okay, so I'm sorry to cut you out for so much of that, but a lot of it was just me undoing things that I didn't have to do and swearing a bit and putting them back on again. But anyway, eventually I read the manual and I YouTubed it again, and basically I said to jack it up, take the rear guard and the rear wheel off. So I'm still hoping I can just get the lid out of here, so I'm not going to take the rear wheel off at the moment. I'm just going to unscrew all the screws that hold the lid on. Hopefully I can make it work in my favour. I'm hoping I can get it off and either super glue it together, or maybe I'll go and get a fiberglass kit, just fiberglass it all. But anyway, one interesting thing I did notice with the rear guard when I pulled it off is it's only the first bolt on there that actually holds anything. However, I pulled this one off completely first, then I realised that whilst it's only the first bolt that holds anything, the clamp that goes over the shocky, goes on behind here, is actually where you mount it. So you poke it onto there first, then you can lower it down and put the guards on. So yeah, been a bit of a learning curve, but hopefully now I can unscrew this airbox lid and pop her out. Okay, so I'm just about there. I've just got one more screw to get out before I can lift this lid off, but of course it's in the worst place. I can't get to it. I've tried everything. This is my last choice, is to put a screwdriver bit in a socket, but of course it falls out. So I've got my magnetizer here, the one from the We're kits, but I really can't figure out how it works. So we'll pop that in there, and then we'll see if that's magnetized. Well, yeah, it seems to be good, so we'll give that a try. Okay, well it looks like I've got all the bits, so hopefully I can just degrease it all and then super glue it together and we'll see how it goes. So here we are the next day. I've got the lid here all glued together. This T-Rex Power Fast Grab. It said it would stick in 1 second. It did not stick in 1 second. I had to end up walking away with it because I kept testing it to see if it was working. There's still cracks here, but I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull the airbox out, and then I will screw the lid into place, and then I will put the airbox back in. I will seal all the gaps first, probably put the airbox back in tomorrow morning because I'm going to have to give it time to cure. But hopefully I can get it all stuck together and good enough to yeah, to still be usable. So I've had to pull the back wheel off. Not happy about that, but that's what happens. Apparently it's necessary. So yeah, but anyway, I guess it's all about getting to know your bike, isn't it? So yeah, and now I'm going to pull the airbox out and see if I can stick it all together. Alright, so there's the monstrosity with all its sealant on it. Hopefully it'll do the job. The worst part about it is I'm going to have to order either a new one of these, which will be coming from Germany by the look of it, or the airbox removal kit, both of which will be about $300. But the problem is I need to ride this bike to work by at least Wednesday, so I'm going to have to put this back together now, then order the parts and pull it all apart again, which is pretty annoying. But anyway, another issue I did find was that something's going on with this fuel filter. I can't get it off there. I don't know whether it doesn't appear to be, where we get everything down, it doesn't appear to be stuck on, but I can't get it off and it's obviously bent and leaking. Luckily I have a few of these laying around. I bought a heap of these when I was fixing up old dirt bikes, so I'll whop one of them on it, see how it goes. So here we are with the bike pretty much back together. It's kind of ironic that the part I'm putting in now is the part I was hoping to remove when I pulled the seat off a couple of days ago, but this is now helping hopefully to hold this busted airbox together. So yeah, what turned out to me to be what should have been a cheap and easy power upgrade has turned out to be 2 days twiddling spanners and finding problems. So, and as I said, there should be a cover over this, which makes me think that someone's been in here and knew about this, so maybe our mate who sold me the boat didn't actually just want to upgrade to a Harley. Maybe this was too much work for him, although he lived in a big house, he seemed to have plenty of money. You know, he spent money on the bars and stuff, so I don't know. But anyway, what we'll do now is I've changed this built to here. I just want to make sure she's going to run. Well, that sounds pretty good. I can actually feel some air disturbance there. Maybe it's sucking. I mean, it feels like might actually be doing something. I do need to change the oil, so I might just let it warm up a bit, dump the oil. Well, she's all back together now. I'm just going to ride it as it is and keep an eye on it, see if that breaks again. Decide what I'm going to do in the long term. And this is the part of the afternoon where you just have to figure out what tools you've used and make sure all the tool kits have got all their parts, and then just make sure that there was nothing left over. And of course I spotted that little fella there. So luckily I did recall when I was putting through the wire for the rear lights that I saw an empty hole there. So that is the last bolt, and I'm very, very happy that I found them all, because I went into this without planning anything properly, didn't mark anything or lay them out properly or anything like that, like I should have, like I know I should have. But once again, when I started I wouldn't have believed how much I had to take off, and I also probably took off quite a bit more than I needed to. So anyway, that is the last bit. A bit dark in here to see what I'm doing, but we will try and get this key cover trim on. Yeah. And now she's all good. So like I say, I'll just keep an eye on what's going on with that thing, see if it continues to break, see if it stays good. I don't know, I mean, I love this bike, but it was just a cheap bike I bought to have a bit of transport to get to work on. I don't know if it's worth spending money on. But you know, I had my BMW for 15 years, so there's no reason to suspect that I won't keep this, especially if I could just get a little bit more performance out of it. It's about 10 horses less than the BMW for around the same weight, so I do notice the fact that it's not as sprightly as it could be. I mean, I'm not looking for a sprightly bike, don't get me wrong. I have no self-control, so I can't buy anything too fast. But yeah, it'd just be nice if there was a bit of action with all that noise. Anyway, that's about me for today, so I will get back to you when we see how this thing goes. Okay, well, it's been a week now and I've just pulled the side cover and the seat off the bike. Everything's still all stuck in place. I don't see that there's any problem here, so for the moment I'm just going to run it as it is and maybe make plans to do the airbox pod filter thing. Not really sure, but anyway, the best thing is it's back on the road and I'm good to ride. Thank you.